In the last episode, we uncovered the terrifying rise of Gustave, the demon crocodile, the beast that turned a peaceful river into a place of nightmares. But the story of Gustave does not end there. In fact, it only grows darker and stranger. As the years passed, fear spread through Burundi. Villagers refused to fish. Families abandoned their homes near the river. And yet, the killings continued. Some claimed they could hear splashing in the night, followed by silence, and then nothing, except the screams of those who never returned. For the people of Burundi, Gustave was no longer an animal. He was a curse, a demon that no human could stop. In the early 2000s, a French researcher named Patrice Fay arrived with a team to investigate this monster. Armed with cameras, boats, and months of patience, they set out to track Gustave. What they documented shocked even the scientists. In just 3 months, Gustave was confirmed to have killed nearly 24 people. His size, his power, and his terrifying hunger were unlike anything they had ever seen. Hunters reported that Gustave's body carried scars, bullet wounds, spear marks, proof that many had tried to kill him, but he had survived them all. To the locals, this was undeniable evidence. This was not a crocodile. This was a demonic spirit. But scientists began to debate who or what was Gustave really? Theory 1. Local tribes believed he was an evil spirit. They said he dragged people to the depths, and their bodies were never seen again. No ordinary animal could make humans simply vanish. Theory 2. Herpetologists experts in reptiles suggested Gustave was an extremely old crocodile. Normally, Nile crocodiles live up to 70 or 100 years. Perhaps Gustave had lived far longer, growing to an unnatural size. Theory 3. Other researchers argued it was about food. As prey grew scarce, Gustave may have turned to humans. Though crocodiles usually eat hippos, antelopes, and fish, this one had developed a taste for people. Theory 4. Some called him the world's first serial killer crocodile. Unlike normal predators, Gustave seemed to hunt not for hunger, but for sport. Over 20 years, he killed hundreds without leaving behind remains. But then, a mystery emerged. Around 2014, rumors spread that Gustave had finally died. Some hunters swore they had seen his body floating in the river. Others said he simply disappeared, never to be seen again. Yet no one ever found his remains. No bones, no carcass, nothing. It was as if he had vanished back into the depths from where he came. To this day, locals whisper that Gustave still lives. Perhaps he is hidden somewhere along the Nile, waiting silently in the waters. Or perhaps his spirit still haunts the river of death. So, what do you believe? Was Gustave a demon? An ancient crocodile? Or something far worse? A monster that hunts for the thrill of killing? And if you had the chance, would you dare to step into the waters of the river of death, knowing that Gustave may still be waiting? Now, let's move on to our final theory. There's something haunting about Gustave's story. Even though he's just a crocodile, maybe it's better to think of him as a metaphor. You see, deep down, we all know that nature can be brutal. No one's safe. It doesn't matter how big or small, weak or strong. If a crocodile wants to eat you, your chances are slim. Plus, Gustave isn't some random beast. He's a symbol of fear. Anything dark, dangerous, and unknown can scare us. That's why Gustave's story touched us so much. He's like a monster under our bed. We know it's there, but we pretend it's not. Well, with Gustave, we knew he was real, but we hoped he wasn't. However, life has a way of making us face our fears. The world isn't always fair or kind. Sometimes we're forced to deal with things we never wanted to. That's what happened to the people in Burundi. Gustave took away their peace. He became their problem. And now their everyday life is filled with fear. It's a sad thing to realize, but sometimes we can't hide from our fears. They catch up to us sooner or later. We can't keep pretending they don't exist. All we can do is try to understand and accept the scary truth. So let's go back to our own lives. What Gustave reminds us is that the world isn't perfect. Bad things happen to good people. All we can do is try to be better. Try to be better at dealing with our fears, facing the truth, and helping others. Maybe then, Gustave's story won't be in vain. It will serve as a reminder that life is precious and we should cherish every moment. So take a moment to appreciate your life. Be thankful for what you have and help those in need. That's the best way to honor the memory of those lost to Gustave and other crocodiles. Because remember, life is fragile. It can change in an instant. But with each new day, we have a chance to make it better. Don't waste it!